guys, what's up? It is Eunice and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, it's going to be slightly different. We're not going to be talking about makeup, but we are going to be talking about some of the best purchases that I made in my 20s. So I'm going to be talking about some of my best purchases, and just a disclaimer, I used my own money to purchase all of these things that I am going to mention in this video. One of the best purchases that I made was a very recent purchase. I just purchased this earlier this year, and it is my weighted blanket. I got a 12-pound weighted blanket because the weight depends on your own weight. Parang may ratio kasi siya kung gaano kabigat dapat yung weighted blanket nyo, and it depends kung gaano ka rin kabigat. But anyway, what a weighted blanket is for is, sabi nila, I read a lot of blogs kasi na nakaka-help daw siya with anxiety, ganyan, whenever you're having a hard time sleeping at night. And growing up, I slept beside my mom kasi. So when I moved to the States, ito lang talaga yung time na mag-isa ako sa room ko natutulog. I have my own bed, my own room, and wala akong kasama. So I really had a hard time sleeping for the past 4 years? Well, 3 years. I'm going on my 4th year this year. For the past 3 years, it's not that I couldn't sleep, but I would usually wake up in the middle of the night and have a hard time falling back asleep again. So when I came back from the Philippines this year, I was like, oh sige na nga, I'll make the purchase. I know it's a little expensive. For me, it was, for a blanket, it was like, what, $50 to get it here. Pero ever since I got this blanket, hindi na ako nagigising in the middle of the night. Straight yung tulog ko. Like when I fall asleep, maaga ako natutulog, guys. 9 o'clock pag may work, like yung regular work. Pero now that we're in quarantine, 10 o'clock na ako natutulog. Tapos 6 o'clock ako nagigising. Straight yon, 10 to 6, di na ako nagigising in the middle of the night. Dati, lagi sa witching hour, like 3, 4 a.m., gising ako. Ngayon, ang sound na ng sleep ko, and whenever inaantok na ako sa gabi, I just put on my blanket, tapos wala pang 10 minutes, tulog na talaga ako. So it really helps, in my opinion. I don't know if it's like a psychological thing, because whenever I don't use this blanket, feeling ko nahihirapan talaga ako makatulog. So even though mainit na sa labas, ginagamit ko pa rin to. Yun lang, kailangan super lamig sa room nyo kasi sobrang warm niya talaga. So perfect talaga siya whenever it's like winter time here kasi nilalamig talaga ako. Pero ngayong medyo magsa-summer na, medyo naiinitan na ako sa gabi, so tinatanggal ko siya, or hindi lang ako nagpapajamas ganyan para at least kahit na mainit, hindi super init. But yun, that's one of the best purchases that I've made kasi it really helped me sleep a lot better. I feel well rested whenever I wake up. I don't wake up in the middle of the night, and I fall asleep right away. So the next two items are workout items. So I bought a yoga mat, a good yoga mat, early last year when I started doing yoga. So early this year naman, I purchased a pair of 5-pound dumbbells. Why is this part of this video? Because I don't really have to pay for a gym membership anymore. For me, enough na yung dalawang yon to do like at-home workouts. When I wake up in the morning, I can just roll off of my bed, lay my yoga mat, and pick up my dumbbells, tapos okay na. So, it saved me a lot of money earlier this year because I did cancel my yoga membership. So, nanonood na lang ako ng video sa YouTube, ganyan. Tapos, I have my equipment na at home. At first, it's gonna be a costly investment, but in the long run, magagamit mo siya anytime you want, and you don't have an excuse not to work out at the end of the day because meron kang equipment sa bahay mo and you're just gonna roll off your bed, andyan na siya. So for me, it's one of the best purchases, and especially now, hindi tayo lahat makapunta sa gym, pero nakakatawa because ito yung time na sobrang nakaka-workout ako because I have these workout equipment. So now we're going to my bigger purchases. So my MacBook Pro. So I purchased a new computer, 3 years ago na. I think I got this 2017. And I got like the biggest size na ng memory, as in yung pinaka-best na, because I knew I was gonna use it a lot. I was still in school then for like my master's. I needed a computer every day. Tapos yung old laptop ko nun was also a MacBook Pro. Guys, sobrang believer ko talaga sa MacBook kasi ang sobrang dali niya lang gamitin, in my opinion. Tapos sobrang clear nung screen niya, yung clarity, sobrang crisp. Perfect siya for me because I do edit videos. I use Adobe and I do some graphic design on the side na, which I just started. So I'm trying to get the hang of it. I've been making videos, filming videos, editing videos for a lot of years. I like making presentations, ganyan. So it was a good investment in my opinion. And I use it all the time. Like I use it every day even though I have my own work computer because I like like having my own personal computer na andun lahat ng files ko, andun ako nag-edit, ganyan, and all that jazz. I'm very happy na even though 2 years na siya and lagi ko siyang ginagamit, never pa siya nag-breakdown sa akin. The battery life is still very good and it still lasts throughout the whole day if I'm not editing a video kasi medyo nakakaubos ng battery yung Final Cut Pro. So if you're thinking of getting a MacBook, I say go for it. If you do a lot of creative activities, ganyan. Pero if you're just gonna use it for like emails, PowerPoint, or Microsoft Word, ganyan, okay na yung mga basic na PC. Pero for me, since I do a lot of video editing, I do graphic design na nga now, sobrang perfect siya. I'm thinking of getting an iPad, but I'm not yet sure. Pero hopefully, as good as an investment din to. Kasi this one, sobrang lightweight niya din. I can bring it anywhere. It fits in a lot of my backpacks. So whenever I travel, I just put it on my backpack. And then whenever, I'm on the plane, I can just open it up because it's so compact. I have the 13-inch MacBook Pro. And despite the fact na sobrang efficient niya and I can do a lot of things with it, sobrang nipis lang niya. So that is one of my best purchases and I did buy that with my own money. That's my first laptop na ako talaga yung bumili. So sobrang, sarap ng feeling. Now we're going into more bigger purchases that are actually, this one is intangible naman. It's my master's degree. So I did put myself to school by myself. I'm still paying for it. Granted, I did take out a student loan, but I'm trying my best to pay for it within the next 3 years. Hopefully, I'm paying for it. But yeah, this is one of my best purchases because of the fact that I knew from the beginning that I wanted to be in corporate. I know, it sounds so crazy. Gusto ko talaga mag-corporate. Actually, minsan pag narinig ko yun, sinasabi ko lagi, ayoko na magtrabaho, ayoko na nag-report to someone. But I enjoy it because I like the structure. I try my best to learn from everything every challenge in, the office. Like I said, from the beginning, I thought na kaya ko lang gusto mag-MBA because everybody else in my family was saying, yeah, get your master's, ganyan. And then one of my friends asked me, well, what do you want to do with it ba talaga? Because if you want to start your own business, I don't think it makes a lot of sense. But if you want to like climb up the ladder within the corporate world, I think it makes a lot of sense. And I knew from the beginning that I want to be that person, like climbing up the corporate ladder. So I did get my MBA and thankful naman na after I graduated, the first job that I got was actually yung first job ko was in a startup. And then during my first day there, nag-text sa akin yung HR of my current company na asking me if I'm still available, if I want to go for an interview. So I did, and then I got the job. And when I was already in the company, my boss actually told me that they were looking for people who specifically got their master's or their graduate degree because I guess higher learning talaga. Maybe there are some fields na it's not required, but I guess for my field nowadays, a lot of people really just get their masters. And I learned a lot from it, honestly. More than the education, I learned how to deal with different types of people. There was a lot of learnings during that time in my life talaga, which I won't really dwell on that in this video just because I feel like it's a lot. It deserves its own place. But yeah, getting my masters was one of the best investments that I made. I feel great about myself because like I said, I didn't only learn more business things, but also dealing with other people, which I think is what the MBA really teaches you. It's how to work within teams. One of the best purchases. Still paying for it, but hopefully get to pay for it soon. Next up is something also intangible. Life insurance. This is something that I purchased earlier this year. Well, end of last year, earlier this year. I've been wanting to get one for forever just because I want that security whenever I retire or for my kids if something happens to me na meron silang kids. Di pa nga ako. So the way that I'm paying for the life insurance is it automatically gets taken out of my account. So you can either do a monthly payment, a quarterly payment, a once a year type of payment. Depende sa, I guess, sa income level mo. Just because, syempre, kung ginawa mo yung once a year, parang isang malaking payment yun out of your pocket. So, very thankful na meron silang monthly and quarterly options kasi hindi ko na siya nararamdaman kasi it immediately gets taken out of my account. But also, it's passive income kasi it's growing without you having to do anything with it. So, highly recommend that if you just started working. Ako nga, medyo late na kasi dati ko pa gusto, pero I don't know. Hindi ko rin alam kung bakit hindi ko siya ginawa. Pero at least now, nakabili na ako. Okay, last but not the least is something that I'm very thankful for. And I actually also took out a loan for this because, I don't know, I'm 25 and I don't have that much money laying around to pay for it in cash. But I did buy my own apartment. So as soon as I moved here and I got a job, I used my back pay for my previous job to put a down payment as a reservation for this apartment that I bought. Back then, it was still like pre-selling, so mas mura siya. And so I just paid for like yung down payment monthly for 2 years, and then the turnover na siya sa last year, and that's like my studio apartment tour nga na in the Philippines. So that was one of my goals as soon as I started working, to have my own place as my first investment. So that's my first big purchase talaga, and I'm very thankful that I did that, because it's one of those things na hindi mo na rin mamamalayan eh, kasi it automatically gets taken out of my account, and then the next thing I know, turnover na. So very happy that I did that. And then when I checked the value of the property, it's worth twice as much. So yeah, that is all of my best purchases that I've made in my 20s so far, and hopefully I get to do more soon. So I'm very thankful that I'm able to buy these things for myself. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Once again, it's Eunice. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!